Hey guys, welcome to HR with Sanchita. So today I will be discussing the models of HRM. So a lot of students requested me, okay, that ma'am please discuss the models of HRM as well. So that is why I'm taking out this topic. So I'll make it easier for you all. So today we would be studying two models. Tomorrow again part 2 of this video would come, then the other two models, and then day after tomorrow the other two models. So step by step we would be studying these models so that you can get a gist of these and you can also remember and do not get confused. Okay, and yes, like, share and subscribe to my channel, and also subscribe to my Telegram channel, link to which I have pinned in my comments. So first we will study the matching model, okay, which is also called the Michigan model, and it is the earliest model of HRM, okay, and it has been given by Formbrum, Tichy and Devana, and it is also often called Formbrum, Tichy and Devana model, okay. So first of all, remember this, who has given it. So it has three names: matching model, Michigan model, Formbrum, Tichy and Devana model. Okay, so this is one of the HR model that we'll study today. So what you need to remember is that first of all, this model pays focus on four functions. And what are those four functions? Selection, appraisal, development and rewards. Selection, okay, of the people that will work in the organization, their performance appraisal, okay, whether they are working according to the set standards or not, then their development, training, and then rewarding their performance. So these are the four functions on which this model pays stress on. And yes, one more thing you need to remember for this model is that this model held that HR system and the organizational structure should be managed in a way that is congruent with organizational strategy. So here, first place is given to the organizational strategy, and HR system should be framed in a way, and the organizational structure should be framed in a way that it is in alignment with the organizational strategy. Okay, so this is it. Now let's study some more details about this model. Now you must be thinking that, ma'am, why is it called the matching model? So Michigan model we understood. Formbrun, Tichy and Devana have given it. That is why it is called this Formbrun, Tichy and Devana model. So why is it called the matching model? So it is called the matching model because this model says that whatever requirements are there in our organization, we have to exactly find the people according to it. So there should be a perfect fit between the people and the needs of the organization. Okay, so it is more towards the harder side of HRM as it focuses on the tight fit. So it focuses on the tight fit. That is why it is called the matching model. Tight fit, kiska tight fit? Tight fit of the organization needs and the people required, and tight fit between the HRM strategy and the business strategy. So I told you in the last slide that we have to form our organizational structure, make our HR strategies according to the business strategies, right? So everything has to be framed according to the business strategy. So that is why tight fit, and it is also on the harder side of the HRM. Now there are two types of HRM: hard HRM, soft HRM. So now this gives me a new topic on which I'll make a video for you. Okay, hard and soft HRM. But now I'll just tell you in brief that what is the harder side of HRM and what is the soft side of HRM. So see, harder side of HRM is not that much flexible, and it does not pay attention on the humanistic view of HRM. Okay, so it just pays focus that we need to just do everything according to the business strategy and to achieve goals, and it does not pay attention on the softer side of HRM. So what is the soft side of HRM? So soft side of HRM is where we pay focus on humans as well, where we do not consider them just as the resources that will make money. Okay, so we consider them as investment and are assets that are really valuable to us. Okay, so I'll make a video on soft and hard HRM which will explain it in a deep manner, right? So this model is incomplete as it pays focus on only four functions and ignores the environmental and contingency factors. So in today's environment, okay, so in today's market, environmental factors, okay, and the contingency factors are really important, and all our HR strategies are framed according to it. Okay, but this model does not pay attention on these factors. So we did not find any environmental factors into consideration, right? We did not find any contingency factors. So this is the matching model or Michigan model. So now comes the Harvard model. So this was postulated by Beer et al. Et al. Means Beer and his team, okay, of his associates at Harvard University. Obviously, it's the Harvard model, so it must be framed in the Harvard University. So according to this model, multiple stakeholders exist within the organization. So now who have come into the picture? Multiple stakeholders have come into the picture, right? And the analytical framework of the model consists of 6 elements. So now the Harvard model has 6 different elements, right? Like in earlier we were having elements, now it has 6 elements and they are different. So stakeholders interest, as I told that there are multiple stakeholders, so this is one of the point of the framework. Then situational factors. So in the matching model, what was the drawback of that matching model? That the situational factors are not there. So here in Harvard model, the situational factors have come into the picture. Then HRM policy choices, HR outcomes, long-term consequences, and there's a feedback loop in this model. So again, I repeat, what are the 6 elements, and we would discuss these elements further. So the 6 elements are stakeholder interests, situational factors, HRM policy choices, HR outcomes, long-term consequences, and a feedback loop. Okay, so now let's discuss these in brief. So the stakeholders interest includes all the stakeholders that are there, and the examples I've given. The stakeholders of the business are the shareholders, the management, the groups formed by the employees, the government, the community. So obviously all these are stakeholders. And you can even include customers also, because they are also stakeholders of the business, right? And they impact our policies as well. So now comes the situational factors. So situational factors includes workforce characteristics. What are the characteristics of our workforce? Okay. So are they part-time, full-time, regular, ad hoc? Means there can be multiple characteristics. What is the type of workers that we are employing, right? Then comes the business strategy and conditions. Okay, what is the business strategy? What are the conditions prevailing in the market? Okay, what is the management philosophy? Because different companies management are having different philosophy. So what is the philosophy of our company that we are working in? Then what are the labor market conditions? Okay, then unions also have a great role, right? Technology also has a great role, because with time we are getting new and new practices in HR. Business analytics has come into HR, that has become HR analytics. So we are having various tools for doing for giving reward and recognition to the employees, and various tools for tracking the recruitment and planning everything. Doing HR demand forecasting. So there are various tools and apps available for it. So technology has come into every field, and it has come into HR as well. That is the reason, like in many colleges, you people are studying HR analytics as well, right? So then law and societal value. So law impact HR a lot, and now laws have changed. Okay, though I don't think so this time in UGC net syllabus they're there, but yes, now new laws have come into the picture. They keep on changing. So according to that, we have to frame our business strategies as well, right? So these are the situational factors. So now comes the HRM policies, right? So obviously HRM policies also have a great role in HR. So it depends on the human resource flow, and policies are related to human resource flow, that is their recruitment, okay, their when their separation, their recruitment, everything, right? Their selection. Then the reward systems are there, like for good employees we need to reward them, right? Then the work systems, what are the work systems there in the organization? How's the organizational structure? Who's reporting to whom? So these all have policies related to all these functions. So that comes under the HRM policies. So now comes the HR outcomes. So what are the HRM outcomes that we get from the people? Commitment. Okay, competence. So we build up competence also, right, in our organization. If the people are becoming competent, okay, and they are like gaining more and more competencies, so obviously we are gaining competence. Congruence with what? The organizational goals, the organizational strategy. Okay, and obviously if our company or if our organization is functioning effectively, then we would get cost effectiveness. We can do more and more work at low cost, right? So now come the long-term consequences. So what are the long-term consequences? Individual well-being, organizational effectiveness. The whole of the organization will turn to be effective. Then societal well-being. If the organization is functioning efficiently, giving good products, providing good services, doing like social work as well, CSR work as well. CSR is corporate social responsibility. So obviously it would be resulting in societal well-being, and a company will be able to do CSR like more prominently if it is earning more and more, doing good services. So it will build up a good image in the society as well. Now the last is feedback loop. Now let's see in the next slide what is this feedback loop. Now let's see what is this feedback loop through this diagram. So you can see these lines, right? These lines with arrows. Okay, so this is the feedback loop. Now what these lines are trying to tell. See, so here are all the factors that we studied: stakeholder interest, situational factors, HRM policies, HR outcomes, long-term consequences. So see, here it is telling, first let's see this thing. So here it is telling that the long-term consequences, okay, influence the situational factors. Okay, so long-term consequences influence the situational factors. So that is why arrow is going from long-term consequences to these situational factors. Now situational factors. Now see, these HRM policies, HR outcomes, long-term consequences. So situational factors influence HRM policy choices, HR outcomes and long-term consequences. See, यहाँ से arrow जा रहा है ना, arrow is going here. So what it is telling is that HRM policy choices, HR outcomes, and long-term consequences are being influenced by the situational factors. And yes, stakeholder interest has also come into the picture. So let's see this. So HRM policy choices, HR outcomes, long-term consequences are also being influenced by stakeholder interests as well. Okay, so these both stakeholder interest and situational factors influence these three. Okay, and long-term consequences is also influencing stakeholder interests, right? You can see here long-term consequences, arrow is side ja raha hai, so it is influencing stakeholder interests, right? And long-term consequences is also influencing one more thing here, HRM policy choices. Okay, so I hope it is clear. So this is it. Like, share and subscribe to my channel and follow my Telegram page, link to which I've pinned in the comments. Thank you.